Well, last night's NXT was great last night. I ain't gonna lie, like out of like it's like some four matches that I like from last night that I'm gonna do a little quick little overview for y'all guys to do a little quick rundown from what I watched last night. But it was a great show. I give the show like a 9 out of 10. But I'm gonna do a little rundown of what I like and go over the show a little bit about certain segments and stuff like that. But anyways, let's get into it. So the first segment was basically Callie Armstrong out there basically going over what she did to Kendall Gray last week, saying that she feel like she left a mark and she been feeling so bad just waiting back there and ain't doing anything. So she feel like the only way she could leave a mark was to do something to Kendall Gray, and she feel like that should solidify her to get a title opportunity and stuff like that. Basically just going on and on about and gloating and stuff like that. And then that's when Lola had came out and basically told her that she think that just because what she did to Kendall was cool and all like that, and think she automatically gets a title shot. It don't. She basically told her that it basically don't work like that and stuff like that. And then that's when Kalani came out, and at this point, I was basically watching something else. Like basically I was doing something else, and I wasn't really paying attention until like the end of the segment when they got physical, and Kalani like double clothesline both the woman and Lola and Kalani, and laid both of them out, and was the one standing tall. Um, I don't know what this might end up leading to, but I think it might end up leading to them both of three of these women like being in like a triple threat number one contenders match for see who will be the number one contender to face Kendall Gray somewhere down the line for the NXT Women's Championship. That's what I think will happen. But um yeah, the segment was decent. It was very good and stuff. It got physical at the end, and yeah, all three women are like basically um gunning for the NXT Women's Championship. I just didn't like how when Lola came out, she basically had her mixed tag belt, and I was like, dang man, Lola reign is just gone like that, bro. I'm like, god dang, man. But it is what it is, bro. But it seemed like she's trying to get her belt back. But yeah, on to the next segment. Okay, the next segment we got is the NXT Tag Team Title number one contenders fatal four-way match where between like four teams trying to be the number one contenders for the tag belts. Forgot the team that got the belts, but they basically gunning for the tag belts. And this match was great, man. Like there's a lot of like physical battling, high flying, limited. It was a little bit of high flying, but it was a lot of physical, like back and forth pacing going on that I liked in this match and stuff. And then there was one instance where like Stacks, I think, because it was like a spot where they had this fall to the outside onto everybody, and Stacks tried to get up to the top rope. That dude ended up slipping and falling, bro. That I ain't gonna lie, bro, but that had me laughing, bro. Stats seemed to be okay and all like that, but bro, that jank had me laughing, bro. I was like, oh my gosh, bro, this dude slipped and fell, but um, dude ended up the other two got tag team ended up like jumping on the whole pile, and then Stats got back up there, jumped on the pile of people and stuff, and then but yeah, the winners of the match ended up being Sean Legacy and Dorian Van Dots. They would be getting to face the Vanity Project, who's actually the tag champions. I gotta get used to these teams, man. I don't really know too much about most of these teams, but yeah, it would be those two going against Vanity Project next week for the tag team championships. So I would be looking forward to that next Tuesday. Now I like this Jada Parker segment right here where she was basically talking about how Natty was getting in her head a little bit about how she was saying this and that, and basically how, yeah, she beat her, and but that still doesn't mean anything. And just because Natty just came near and think that she could save her still career, which I was like, dang, she hitting it. She hitting it hard, bro. I was like, yo, don't go after Natty like that, Jada, because I like Natty and stuff like that. But yeah, she was basically going in on Natty, and basically when I was watching this segment and she was saying a lot of crazy stuff about Natty, I was thinking like, man, I feel like Jada might end up messing Natty over in the main event. And I was thinking this the whole time throughout the night, and we gon' I'm gonna get more into it in the later part of the video, but I just wanted to go over this little segment that I enjoyed of Jada Parker talking on Natty and stuff like that. But yeah, this other segment that I gotta talk to y'all about. Okay, we get a backstage segment where Natty is with the Dungeon, Layla Diggs, Carmen Petrovich, and Nikita Lyons, and basically she was wondering like if they had got her back and stuff for later on the night and stuff like that, and she basically tried to get Layla some backup help for her match that was coming up next and stuff. But Layla told Natty that she really didn't want it and felt like she got it on her own, which ended up paying good dividends in the end. So I don't know about y'all, but I low key think even though Layla is in a heel faction right now, I feel like low key Layla's gonna end up turning face, and I feel like Natty is gonna end up kicking her out of the dungeon, and I feel like that's gonna lead to Layla and teaming up with Jada, and Jada and Layla gonna rock it out together, but they gonna need a third member, and I got the third member of who they might need. And that third member is Thea Hell. And what y'all might ask, why Thea Hell? 3 reasons. 1, I barely see Thea Hell on NXT TV that much. And I feel like that's a problem because I feel like she's being very underutilized, and she's talented and a very beautiful wrestler. And it's a shame that here and there you might see her in a match and you don't see her regularly that much on TV. Or like, say for instance, you might see her like this segment or that segment. But yeah, number 2, it's something fresh for her. It's something she can do. It's something that's gonna be more where she can be more herself in, and she can be more active and stuff instead of just being in the vat ain't doing nothing, you know. And 3, her this could be these 3 baby faces could be a great team together and stuff to take down the whole dungeon of Natty, Carmen, and Nikita. And that's what I feel like you need these 3 to defeat those 3. You got Jada going after Natty, you got Layla going after Nikita, and you got Thea going after Carmen. That's all you need. For real, that's all you need. And what better way to have Layla, Jada, and Thea go after Natty, Carmen, and Nikita. Okay, the next segment was the match to determine who's going to be the number 1 contender for Zaria's North American title in this fatal 4-way with Thea Hale, Lizzie Rain, Layla Diggs, and Izzy Dane. And this was a great match. Like I feel like the 2 standout performers in this match was really Thea and Layla. Like they especially Thea, because she was like a lightning ball. Like she was kept getting up, kept rumbling around, kept like trying to move people, flipping everywhere. Like she was showing her physicalness and stuff, showing that she still got fight, and I like that about her. And Layla was just showing out. It was like this one move, like where Lizzie Rain had flipped her, and she did something like a Finn Balor type Pele kick. Like Layla just did like some type of Pele kick, just kicked her in the face. I was like, yo, that was cool, yo. That was amazing. Like I was like, yo, that is crazy how she pulled that off. But yeah, in the long run, um, when everybody was outside the ring and like I forgot who hit something, but it was an instance where Thea Hill was on the ground and Layla Diggs got up from where she was outside from, like she was on the outside of the ring because it was like a move that made her get outside the ring. She got up on the top rope, hit like a moonsault that was amazing, and she won the match. So now she's the number one contender for Zaria's North American Championship. She will be facing Zaria next week, next Tuesday, and I will be tuning in for that match because I feel like that's gonna be a great match because Layla showed me that she can very well perform, and I liked her performance. Her and Thea's. Shout out to Izzy and Lizzie, like they did their thing too in the match, but I like those two, Thea and Layla. Like they were like my like two of my like picks I was going for. Like I say either it's gonna be Thea or Layla, and it ended up being Layla. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that match next Tuesday. We also got a segment from Rena Falcon. I feel like her video package was great and stuff, and I also feel like that she's gonna really dominate in this division. And if y'all don't know, she used to go as the name as Nikki Blackheart on the Indies, and I have seen clips and videos of her on social, and she can move in that ring. She can do a lot of stuff. Now I know she botched that little rack attack she did on Tatum, but all that matters is that she regained her posture and she was able to complete it and look strong and dominant right there. And I was like, and I didn't know they were gonna have her come in as a heel, so she gonna be one of the top heels. I feel like she's gonna be like one of the top heels in the division. And shoot, I wouldn't even care if the NXT creative shot her up to the main event for real, because she got the look, she's beautiful, and a lot of people gonna see that she can move and is a great wrestler too in that ring. So I'm excited about Rena. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see what she does next. Okay, last but not least, got the main event for the NXT Women's title. You got Kendall Gray, the champion, versus challenger Natty, and I feel like that this match was great. Like it was times I wasn't looking at it that much, but as soon as like when the match was getting very physical and into it, I started tuning in and started locking in. And from what I was saying, Natty was putting Kendall in like the deep waters. It was like times she was putting her in sharpshooter, choking her out and stuff.
And confronted
And
Natty
it looked like
after the match.
Kendall was close to tapping out and stuff. I was like, oh shoot, she about to give it up already and stuff. But she had fight in her, she had resilience in her, and she ended up coming out with the win and retaining. So yeah, like I really like that match. I get that match like a 8. I get that match an 8. I feel like they both women did what they did. Kendall went out there and wrestled with a veteran, future Hall of Famer, and did what she did, and had a great match with her, just like she did with Lola to win the belt. And you see why she's champion. But yeah, I feel like Natty brought like something out of her, and I think it worked. But yeah, even though Natty lost, it's all good. Natty did what she had to do and was put over a new talent, and that's I appreciate Natty for that stuff, and that shows that WWE got to keep putting respect on Natty name and stuff and doing her well and stuff like that. and I see why she down there in NXT to help elevate the new talent and the woman down there and try to. That's why she running like a little faction now with her dungeon faction and stuff, trying to elevate those young women down there. But other than that, bro, I like the match, and I wonder what's next for Kendall. Like who? But oh yeah, speaking of that, after the match, after Kendall had retained, like, cause Lola had came out to help her out, like early on, like in the match was about to end. Cause Ren had tried to. I don't know why Ren did this. Like I really don't know why Ren did this, but she ran. I understand that they were all on Kendall and stuff, but that's when Ren came and started attacking him, knowing it's 2-on-1. Ren got beat down just like that, and that's when Lola came down and helped with the save, and that's when both of them would start fighting each other and went to the back. That's how like Kendall like retained and stuff, ended up retaining and stuff. And then after the fact, when Kendall was holding up her belt, all three women, Lola, Callie, and Kalani, all around the ring, looking at her, looking at the champion, all got their eyes on the champion. So like I said, I feel like they're gonna set up like a triple threat, or either I think it's gonna be a fatal 4-way for the belt. Like somewhere down the line, they might end up making a fatal 4-way for the belt. So if that happens, I'm gonna be on the lookout for that, and I hope y'all be on the lookout for that. Just remember, I said this. Like if they do a fatal 4-way, remember I said this, and yeah, or like I said before earlier in the video, they might do a triple threat to see who could be the number one contender. If not, they might go with a fatal 4-way like they usually be doing for the NXT Women's Title. Most of the time, they do triple threats, fatal 4-ways, fatal 5-ways, just to like have a whole bunch of opponents stacked up against the champion, try to make it harder for the champion, you know. But anyways, like I said, last night's show was a whole 9. I hope next Tuesday show is the same or somewhere like equally at least decent. And yeah, like I said, I hope next Tuesday show is very good and stuff like last night's show. And yeah, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, watching my content. I appreciate y'all, and more videos will be on the way, more coming soon. And thank y'all guys. See ya.